Hello everyone, I'm Jeff Teagan, Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm your Toyota resource. Today I'm going to answer your questions. People have sent me lots of emails, comments, and just various ways of asking me things about 4Runner, so I'm going to answer them and I hope this helps. Nice rack. First question up, and I've gotten a lot of versions of this one here. When will 22 4Runner first hit dealerships? And the answer to that one is going to be September. That means it could be the first week, could be the second week, flowing into the end of the month, and then really starting to ramp up, and I say that term loosely, into October, November, and December. So, will you actually see them? This flows into the next question, the vehicle shortage. Will the vehicle shortage impact 22 4Runners? The answer is yes, without a doubt. It's going to affect every brand, every model, every trim probably. It's just something that we're kind of getting used to. Both the manufacturers, the dealerships, the customers. It's a new world for a lot of us, at least this next several months going forward. So what that means is you can go ahead and maybe you'll see them on the lot and you can just pick out your favorite one. There will be probably less than what we've seen in the past, but maybe you'll get lucky and you'll see one, or you could order one. And this is where it's a positive because you can sit down with a dealership you trust, pre-order one, and then you can get it equipped exactly how you want it because it hasn't been built yet. You can get, I want a limited, I see one over here. I want a four-wheel drive. I want it in either silver or blizzard pearl, let's say, something like that, maybe red, and I want this option and this option, or I don't want anything on it. I want third row, I want sliding deck, I want empty cargo space. You can equip it exactly like what you want to, and you just have to kind of sit back and wait for it to come in. Next question, when can I start ordering 22 4Runners? This is a question that has sort of like a gray area answer because some dealerships, like the one I represent or work with, no problem. You can start ordering it. It is showing up on dealership ordering pages right now, so no problem ordering it. When you'll get it is a different story, but some dealerships, I've been told, one person said they went to 2 dealerships yesterday and were told they are not taking orders for 22. That was out west. So it really depends on the geography. It depends on a dealership to dealership to dealership basis if they're getting ready to do that or not. Some of them are waiting to see what the supply chain looks like with parts, with computer chips, with COVID-related shutdowns, what type of allocation they'll be getting, what type of vehicles they'll be getting. So some are a little bit leery and they may hold off. It really just depends. So you got to find a dealership, again, that you trust, that will give you a straight answer and one that is taking orders. So look around, tell me what you find. This next one was asked by the sweetest person. Thanks, Susan in Illinois, for your question. I really appreciate it. Which 4Runner has the smoothest ride? Wow, what a question, right? Which one rides the smoothest? She was told by a dealer that there really isn't much difference between all the trim levels. You're gonna feel the same ride. And to a certain degree, that may be true. What I mean by that is that question can be answered in relative terms because my feeling of ride comfort as a driver and as a passenger sitting in the co-pilot seat or the back seat, it might be different. They might all feel the same. Maybe you're not a car or a truck or an SUV person. You're not a car person. You just want a nice ride. They may all seem the same. But since you asked me, I'm going to tell you something like the Limited with its x-reas sport suspension system that stands for cross-linked X relative absorber system. And what it does is it kind of balances out the vehicle. It smooths out the rough spots. So if you have a vehicle that's riding on a road that's uneven or it has bumps and divots in it, that would be perfect for something like the Limited. Because with the x-reas system, what it does is it balances out the pitch and the yaw. The suspension is cross-linked. This one, and this one, and this one, and that one, they're linked like an X. And so they balance out the pitch and the yaw, which is basically the forward and the backward, and going from side to side from the tail end. So it's designed to go pretty much in a straight line or as your steering wheel makes it go. So if it feels a bump, it's going to even it out. That might be a good option for you. Also, this x-reas system is going to be found on the new 22 4Runner TRD Sport. So a lot of you have been interested in that one, whether you get 2-wheel or 4-wheel drive. That has x-reas system. X-reas. That one has x-reas system, so that one is supposed to be a smooth on-road performance as well. You may also choose to add into a TRD Off-Road or TRD Off-Road Premium the KDSS, Kinetic Dynamic Suspension System. That gives you stability and a smooth ride on the road, but it opens up. It frees the suspension for longer, more uneven potholes and divots and off-roading trails. So that kind of gives you the best of both worlds. Maybe that's an option. Another question, a lot of concerned and nervous people on waiting lists. What do I do if I've put down a deposit and ordered a TRD Pro 2021 or maybe a limited 2021 and I haven't gotten it yet? My dealer hasn't given me a time when I'm going to get it. This is where it gets a little bit tricky because the production cycle for 21 is just about over, folks. That means, remember I told you that the 22s are going to be ramping up for September and October. If you're low on the waiting list for a 21, let's say in Lunar Rock TRD Pro, you're probably not going to get one. And I hate to say that. Check with your dealer first before you freak on out of here. Don't freak out yet. Because if you're so far down on the waiting list, dealerships are only getting so many allocated to them every month. It's tough. Tough pickings out there, folks. You may be pushed to a 2022, and you've probably heard that from your dealership. A lot of dealers are already telling their customers, we cannot do this. You're probably going to be getting a 22. So what that means is if you ordered a TRD Off-Road Premium 21, you might not get it till October or November in a 22. But the TRD Pros, this is where it gets interesting because, yes, you'll have Super White, Magnetic Gray, Midnight Black. Those carry over. But Lunar Rock becomes Lime Rush. So you'll probably be given the choice, do you want to carry that exclusive color over and get the Lime Rush, or do you want to switch it to another color? Like maybe I ordered TRD Pro and I want Midnight Black now. I'll take that since I can't get Lunar. Well, then they'll probably switch you over. You'll be getting a 22 and then your wait will continue until you get your vehicle. So please don't panic, don't freak out, but it probably is a good time to talk with your dealership and just have a talk that you want to know, is this going to be a 21, a 22? Where am I on the waiting list? How are things going? And to be honest with you, they may not know the answer to the questions you're asking them, but hopefully they'll be straight up with you and just say, we do not know yet. You're on the waiting list, you're number 3, blah, 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 blah. So keep that in mind and report back. I'd love to know what you think, and I'll report your findings in another video. Here's a question I got last week and kind of saved this for this video. The SR5 or the TRD Off-Road Premium, why do some of them have the stock wheels when they reach dealerships and chrome badging, and then other ones have different wheels and badging and features? Some 4Runners, this is an SR5, are gonna have these TRD wheels and they're gonna have these beefed up tires. They're gonna have black badging that say XP. Well, each region kind of finishes off each vehicle at the regional assembly point. The Denver region might have a different assembly point, for sure it does, than the Gulf States, the Mid-Atlantic, or Southeast Toyota where I'm from. This is the X series, it's an appearance package. The most common one is XP Predator package, and it gets these matte black TRD wheels with these beefed up tires, some Predator step bars, and also black badging. So check with your region and see what extra features they have or extra option packages at the regional assembly point or at the dealership where you can kind of pimp out or jazz up or make it your own. Next question. Dealerships all over the nation are charging different prices for different vehicles. Some are crazy outrageous, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 over sticker prices, the highest I've heard. Why is that happening? The answer is because supply and demand. Things go in cycles, right? For many, many years, it's been a buyer's market. Well, it's kind of switched over. What I mean by buyer's market is, have you ever gone into a dealership and say, oh, a 4Runner, I'll give you $7,000 offer off the table. I want $7,000 discount. Or I want $9,000 off a Camry, or I want so-and-so. And then buyers could generally dictate a really healthy discount or percentage off of MSRP, that kind of a thing. Well, it's cyclical. And since there are no 4Runners or Highlanders or Tundras or Tacomas, you'll see that a lot. You'll see that in other manufacturers too. I'm sure you've seen that when you've gone out to the dealership, and it's just one of those things where it's right now sort of a seller's market. The good dealerships are going to work with customers, stay in contact with them, make it a smooth, easy process all the way through, and be respectful of the buyer and the situation that they're in. They want a vehicle. The dealer and the manufacturer's job is to make it as simple as possible based on the current logistical and COVID-related and computer chip shortages and challenges going on all over the world. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for your questions. I hope my answers gave you a little bit of either hope or clarification or inspiration or at least some entertainment. Thanks everyone so much. Please leave your comments and questions about maybe another Toyota model and I will answer them in a future video. Let's do a Camry questions answered. Let's do a Tacoma questions answered. Tundra, that kind of stuff. We got a 22 Tundra coming up. Whoo, that's gonna be fun. All right, thanks everybody. My two channels are Toyota Jeff, I cover the world of Toyota, and Auto Jeff Reviews. That covers everything. We review different brands, different models, different trims, and then I ride with new owners or old owners and we talk about their cars and we hear their stories. Hopefully it'll be interesting to you. It's a new channel. I've got 1,520 something subscribers right now, 60-some thousand views in the first month and a half. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate you kind of coming on board and seeing what it's all about. Please give that one a little bit of leniency, can we say, because it will evolve and grow as you suggest things and as I tweak my content and I think of ways to entertain and inform you and learn more about automotive world. All right, everybody, I'm at Auto Jeff Reviews on Instagram. I'm at Toyota Jeff 1 on Instagram. My websites are toyotajeff.com and autojeff.com. Thanks, everybody. Peace. Peace to the world.